In August 2016, a disturbing 999 call from a quiet North London neighborhood uncovered a nightmare behind closed doors. A family claimed their 26-year-old son was struggling to breathe. But when paramedics entered the Ife family's 7-bedroom home, what they found was far beyond a medical emergency. The young man, Kennedy Ife, was unresponsive, his body marked by over 60 wounds, his temperature dangerously high. At 10:17 a.m., he was pronounced dead. But this wasn't the result of an illness. It was the chilling conclusion to a 3-day home exorcism. His family believed he wasn't sick, he was possessed. This is the haunting real-life story of how a family's fear, faith, and fatal judgment ended a life and left behind questions that still chill the spine. The Ife family was well respected. The father, Dr. Kennedy Ife, was a wealthy PhD holder and advisor, even photographed with royalty. Their home in Enfield was large, full of laughter, love, and unshakable religious conviction. The family, devout charismatic Christians, saw life through a lens of scripture, prophecy, and spiritual warfare. Kennedy, their 26-year-old son, was well-educated, employed, and promising. But that foundation of love and faith was about to face something it couldn't interpret, something that would push their beliefs beyond reason. It began innocently, a sore throat. But soon Kennedy's sleep vanished, and so did the version of him they knew. Kennedy began acting strangely. He spoke of serpents inside him, something alive, something evil. He snarled, growled, bit his father, and spoke of harming himself. His own brother recalled a moment when Kennedy expressed a need to mutilate himself to remove the snake within. To the family, this wasn't psychosis. It was possession. They described his voice, his movements, as belonging to something else, something unnatural. The once bright, logical Kennedy seemed overtaken by an invisible enemy. And the family, armed with faith but no training, believed they were up against a demon. Instead of contacting emergency services, the family contacted their church. To them, Kennedy didn't need a hospital, he needed prayer. Josephine, Kennedy's mother, known as Sister Joe, reached out to a minister. They prepared to fight the demon. But their battlefield was their son's bedroom. Their weapons? Restraints and hope. The brothers took shifts to monitor him. They tied him down with cable ties, ropes, and even handcuffs. They weren't trying to harm him. In their minds, they were trying to save him. But in rejecting medical help, they made a fatal mistake. A choice that no court would later ignore. For 3 harrowing days, August 19th through the 22nd, Kennedy was held down, prayed over, and left without proper hydration or food. His body weakened rapidly. He begged for relief. He ranted about the mark of the beast. The restraints cut into him. The heat rose. His pulse faded. The Ife family believed they were exhausting the demon. But in truth, they were exhausting Kennedy's life. On August 22nd, a 999 call was finally placed. Kennedy's brother described his condition as dehydration. But when medics arrived, they found bruises, restraints, and a body burning at 40.8 degrees Celsius. Despite their efforts to revive him, it was too late. Kennedy Ife was declared dead at 10:17 a.m. His body bore the signs not of possession, but of stress, restraint, and fatal neglect. Yet even as authorities arrived, the family continued praying over him, screaming, "No corpse shall be taken from this place." The police began investigating. What they uncovered was damning. Handcuffs, ties, and ropes were found hidden in a neighbor's garden, items the family had tried to discard. Inside the home, books on demons and notes about bewitchment confirmed what the family didn't want to say aloud. This had been a full-blown exorcism. Each family member was arrested. The charges were severe: manslaughter, false imprisonment, causing the death of a vulnerable adult. In 2019, the case went to trial. The prosecution called it a tragedy born of faith gone too far, a young man treated like a prisoner. The defense argued the family had no ill will, only desperation. Shockingly, after 4 days of deliberation, the jury acquitted them. All of them. No one was convicted. No one served time. The story of Kennedy Ife is more than a tale of belief versus medicine. It's a chilling reminder of what happens when fear replaces reason, when love is twisted by belief, and a cry for help becomes a spiritual battle. Kennedy didn't die at the hands of a demon. He died because those closest to him saw the supernatural and his. We tell these stories to explore the dark corners where belief, fear, and tragedy intersect. If you find yourself drawn to the haunting truths behind headlines, subscribe to Midnight Knocks and don't miss what hides behind the next door.